Hello everyone, it's Mark. So I am going to teach you how to get in drag the way I've been doing it the last few months. And I have been performing at a lounge lately, so I just want to show how I've been doing my makeup as of now. It's a little bit different than I was doing it a while back. It's a little bit more polished and a little prettier. So let's get started on covering brows. The thing I use now period, applying my brows is no longer this nose and scar wax. I couldn't get it to work with me, couldn't get it to do anything, so now I use the Elmer's glue stick method, and you must use Elmer's glue stick because the consistency is just the best for it. I mean, if you use any like Rose Art, any of the others, you're not going to get the same results. So I first start off with like a preliminary like brush through of the glue stick over my brows. This is going to be enough to get them covered. Believe me, when you see them when they're close to being done, they're not going to look anything like what they are now. So we're just going to get like a good coat on them. And then once I get like most of the hairs pushed down in the same general direction, I look for any hairs that might not decide to lay completely flat or ever lay flat, like those two. I never know flatten. And I take my tweezers and I just go ahead and take them out because I just know they're not going to flatten for nothing. And they don't affect how I look like a boy, so I just go, okay, might as well just pluck those bad boys right out. Because it's going to make a big difference on how your eyes look if they've got little hairs above your makeup. It doesn't look cute. Doesn't look pretty. Okay. So since I got the preliminary started, I'm going to take an old pair of tweezers that don't really do as good of a job tweezing as much as they used to anymore, and I'm going to use the end of it. And what I basically do is I scrape and build a bit of the glue stick on there, and I go ahead and go to town and just start packing on the glue stick. If you have to use your fingers to kind of guide the glue where you're going, if this isn't going to be, if you're a little directionally challenged with your glue, you can blend with your finger like I do. It kind of also warms up the glue stick so it melts better to your skin. If you have any other like glue that's not going to probably make it to the eye, you can go ahead and wipe it on your shirt. I'm wearing a pretty bad, just undershirt because it's easy to get out of when everything is over. When you're trying to get back into your costume, you need to have a shirt that's not going to mess up your makeup. Okay. Found some hairs that need to go. Okay, so we're just continuing to cover the brows. Now this process can be several layers, depending on the thickness of your lashes and your personal preference. If you don't feel confident after 2 layers, you can go ahead and start with the rest of the process. If you want to put on 7 layers, you can go ahead and have at it. Now I'm just kind of like looking around for any gaps and covering them. And the beauty of it is that since you're using purple to clear glue stick, you see every bit of it as it covers, but then once it's done drying, it's gone. It goes away. Okay. feel around. If you are being able to feel any hair, like if you have what I call threading, you need to continue to glue because you still have hair that's going to be like shown through the makeup. So you need to continue to glue stick till you no longer have the threading. Which I'm about there. You see, there's always that little bit at the end that always ends up getting wasted, which I just roll off the skin. Okay. Once you get confident, you think you're covered, it's about time to use the blow dryer. Okay, it is time to use the blow dryer. And what the blow dryer is going to do is going to accelerate your drying process, because if you just sit here and wait, it's going to take you a good 10 minutes to let this dry. And if it takes you an hour to do your makeup period, then you're probably not going to want to sit and wait. So, get out your old hair dryer. I will go ahead and put it on heat settings. I don't think it matters though, so if you don't want to blow your face with hot air, you can go ahead and use the cool setting, just to make sure it's like fast and just gets the job done. Okay, once you get pretty dry, once you're at that stage when it's pretty dry, not completely dry, I just go ahead and check the brows again to see if there's going to be anything that needs to be continued to be covered, and it looks like I'm going to have to cover a little bit more. So that means we have to go back to the glue stick and fill in some more glue, which is definitely a possibility. That usually has to happen. Now, if you happen upon, while doing this method, any lumps or bumps, you're going to need them to go away, because they could potentially mess up your makeup later. So you're going to want to make sure to smooth that out. And the way that I smooth that out usually, which I'm not having to do that this time because I've got no lumps or bumps, is actually water. Because water is going to be breaking down this, because that's all that it takes to get this off. Most people think I'm crazy for using glue stick, but the truth is it's washable school glue stick, so it's just water-based. What you're going to do is you're going to use the water, and the water is going to kind of make the glue break down a little bit and get slicker. And it's going to make it a little bit more flawless if you're going to have issues with lumps and bumps. That's what I've learned recently if I have that issue. So we need to dry again. Okay, we're completely dry. Now, it's very important at this point that you've got the glue completely dry. I'm not talking tacky, I'm not talking wet. You want it completely dry. Because the next part, you really have to have it dry because you're going to start using liquid-based stuff. And if you take a liquid and put it on top of a liquid, if you take pan stick, or if you take liquid foundation, or if you take what I actually use, which is cream-based, you are not going to want any of this to be wet because it's going to glob up, get awful, get nasty. See? You see how they're right there? It's a little bit lumpy, and like right there, how it's a little bit lumpy. I'm going to have to go get some water. So I'll be right back. I'm back with the water. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and you're going to wet them, and then you're going to I take my fingernail and my fingers and just kind of slick over the glue. Not so much to remove it, just as much as kind of like pat it down. And see, like right there, it's going to be really bad. But now, since you've got your water, it's going to make it super, super smooth. And I see a little bit in the front where I need to put some more glue stick, because we're going to have to re-dry anyway, so we might as well get to this part if we're going to have to. Okay. Now I think we're completely golden. Yes. Yes, very covered. Okay, so more dryer. Okay, we're completely dry, so we are ready for foundation, which I'm going to do in the next video. So I will see you in that video. Toodles!